Hi everyone, welcome along to another episode of the Ultimate Guides to Everything. This time we are looking at lights and all the various lighting stuff we have here. So first port of call is the all faithful small LED panel. Now these come in two varieties. This is probably the most common one. So as you can see here, it either runs on 6 AA batteries or one of these, 1 NPF, absolute classic standard battery that's been around for years. So the battery simply hooks into this little piece at the back, slide it in there. You've got a little test button on the back so you can test the battery charge. This one's on full because all the lights should come on. That light clearly has died. And then you've literally, like I said, you've just got an on-off button on the side. So you just scroll it to make it brighter or scroll it the other way. Make sure you hear the click to turn it off again. You've got a cold shoe mount on the bottom, but you've also got that same screw mount that's on the bottom of a camera, so you can use a lighting tripod with it, something like this. This is obviously quite a small one, but we do obviously have larger ones as well. Now, the cool thing with these is obviously the filter on the top. So the filter is generally just a clear one. You can run it without, but the light will be quite harsh. But you can also, if you want, use a kind of sort of purpley blue one to make it a little bit cooler, or you can use a warm orange one to make it a little bit warmer. So what that will do is that will add a slightly orange hue to your light as the light shines through it. So really nice and easy. Very straightforward to use, very nice and light. You can literally have people just hold them to make them work. So you can just have a lighting op just doing this in the side of your shot if you want. You've also got a little dial here so you can obviously adjust the angle when it's on a tripod. So you can do a little bit of top lighting should you wish. Now, so we've also got its bigger brother. So the main difference between this one and this one is simply more LEDs. More LEDs means more light. And to power it, you also can run on, again, 1 NPF battery, and you've also got the option to use 8 AA's this time because it does use a bit more power. Battery wise, you simply just clip it into the back like so, and then you've got an on-off switch on the back as opposed to just the brightness wheel. So you've got an on-off switch there, and you've got your brightness wheel here on the sides to make your shoot brighter or darker. As you can see, it goes a little bit brighter than the previous smaller one because it's got more LEDs. Again, you've got your test button there. You can run it through mains if you've got the right adapters. We don't yet, so please feel free just to stick with batteries. Again, on the bottom, you've got that same screw mount here, so you can literally just screw these tripods in like so into the bottom of these LED panels, and then so you've got your light stood up like so. Voila. Now, from that, we've also got one of these, a ring light. So what a ring light does is it basically sits over the lens of your camera and allows you to get that nice little circle in someone's eye. So very good for doing portrait stuff, and quite good for doing lighting for anything that's quite close up. So inside the box, you obviously get the actual apparatus itself, so the ring light plus its little power device. So this holds all the batteries in there. It literally takes, if I scroll this out, 4 AA's already preloaded. On the front here, the main buttons you'll really be wanting to use is the on, off, and the light button here. So you just press and hold on to actually turn it on, and you'll notice the screen will turn on. And then obviously you've got your light button here to actually turn the light on and off. Now, the intensity wise, you can change it with these 2 buttons here. So you can obviously make it brighter, make it darker, and it will give you an exposure level on there. And then obviously you can press and hold the off button to turn it off. Now, to actually attach this to the front of your camera, you'll need to do a little bit of tightening things on. So inside the pack here, you'll notice you also get a blue cool cover, and you also get a slightly warm yellow cover as well. But you also get a lot of these little black rings. So what these black rings do is they screw onto the front of your lens, depending what you've got. And then using these 2 little buttons on the side here, you grip onto the side of that once it's screwed onto the front of your lens. So depending on what the millimeter of the front thread of your lens is, one of these will match up to them. So you simply put this on the front, tighten it onto the front of your lens or the lens cover if it's got one. And then simply all you do with this is you just grip it on like so. As you can see, it's gripping on quite nicely, even through a plastic bag. Obviously, recommend taking it out of the plastic bag first, otherwise your shots will be very plasticky. But you've got quite a large variety of lens covers in here to basically cover every lens we've got. plus some of your own as well. So this all comes in one nice box. Just remember to test the batteries before you take it out, and we can give you some spares if needs be. So that is our LED ring light. Now, if you're in one of our studio spaces, you'll probably be familiar with one of our larger lights like so. So this is the Lastolite Radiate. Radiate is a terrible name for it, but actually works quite well. So these lights basically power the lights I'm using right now, and they'll most likely be the ones you'll be using in the studio. So these are very straightforward to use. You don't need to worry about replacing the bulbs. You don't need to worry about doing anything other than changing the angle that the light is at using this little dial here. Making sure it's nice and tight on the top of your tripod using this wheel here, and make sure it's plugged in, and one on-off switch. That's literally it. That's all you need to worry about with this lens, is one on and off switch. This is all you need to worry about with this light, is one on and off switch. Nice and straightforward. Now, with the lights that plug into these with the bulbs, we also use these remote controls like was seen in our studio video, so make sure you go and check that out to see them in action. But essentially, all this remote does is control the bulb that's plugged into this particular light. So you can obviously change warm, cold, white. You can also change the brightness as well. You can turn them on and off. You can do everything you want to do. So these are all remote controlled, so please don't lose these. Very important. The last light, which you might see hovering around, is one of these. These are one of our slightly bigger studio LED panels. Now, you can take some of these home because they are in the bags ready to go, and these can either run on mains power, or they can run on 2 of those NPF batteries from earlier. So 2 of these. So one of the dials here controls how much light is actually produced, and the other one controls the color temperature. So you've got your K for Kelvin, which controls your color temperature all the way from really harsh cold all the way up to nice and warm. And then you've got your LM for light meter, which basically controls how bright your light is from 100% all the way down to either 10 or 0, depending on the model. Over here, you've got your switch. So if you're running on mains power, make sure you flick it to the right. If it's in the middle, it's off. If you flick it to the left, you're running on batteries. So realistically, again, very straightforward. 2 dials, 1 switch. These 2 dials on the side here, these control the angle your light bends at, and then this adapter at the bottom here allows you to connect it to your tripod. And that is all the kind of lights we have here. So if there's anything else you want to know about lights, make sure you check out our studio video so you can see exactly what kind of lights you get in the studio. And you can also watch our Detect Dev video to see some of our lights in action and the kind of lighting situations you can create. Otherwise, that's all from me. We'll see you next time.